everyone, so today we are doing a seasonal favorites video where I jab my jaws about all of the seasonal things I've been loving. I don't know, I feel like I can't be alone in this, but does anyone else out there, like, you may not think of something, like you're just buying whatever, I'm getting this cleaner, I'm getting this, you don't really give it any thought, you know, and then all of a sudden something is seasonal, whether it's pajamas or a scent or a snack or whatever it is, and now you want it all. I don't know if anyone else is like that, but the basic witch inside of me can't help it. Maybe if you're not like that, maybe you know somebody like that, but I feel like this is the perfect time too. You know, we're right in the middle of pumpkin spice season and cinnamon, peppermint, pine cone, maybe not pine cone flavors, but you know, like pine cone scents. But all of the things, smells, tastes, all the stuff, all that kind of stuff. I figured we could hang out here and geek out about all the seasonal stuff we love. So I figured I'd talk about some of my seasonal favorites and we could chit chat in the comments about your seasonal favorites, anything that you like, whether it's specific, like a specific candle scent or cleaner, or your favorite seasonal pajamas, or maybe it's a movie, and it could be fall into winter, anything in between, just any traditions or favorites or whatever it is. Let's geek out about all the seasonal stuff in the comments. By the way, everything I mentioned in this video will be linked in the description box below, so if you're looking for anything, I'll do my best to find all of it or something similar. Anyways, before I babble on any longer, which you know I would, let's get into all of the seasonal situations. So my first seasonal favorite is actually the sponsor for today's video, which I'm so excited about because this is really the perfect sponsorship for this video. Fits right in with the seasonal favorites. This video is sponsored by Native, and I've talked about Native deodorants before. Maybe a month or two ago I talked about Native, and I mentioned that Native came out with a whole line of fall deodorants. It was like a whole fall coffee house collection where it was all these different fall scented deodorants. So I was like, wait a minute, I've never heard of a seasonal scented deodorant, but now that it's out there, I was all excited about it because I love when anybody does anything seasonal. But if you haven't heard me talk about Native deodorants before, Native deodorants are aluminum and paraben free. They're also cruelty free and vegan. They're non-sticky and go on really nice and smooth. I've really been enjoying these Native deodorants. I've been wearing them now for a couple months and I love them. So Native has their classic plastic packaging, but they now have a plastic-free packaging. So it's the same formula, same amount of product, so you get 2.65 ounces in both, but in a more sustainable packaging, which I love. So basically you just take off the cover and then you push up the deodorant like a push pop. It just pushes straight up and then you put it on per usual and then you're good to go. And I really love the shape, by the way, of this deodorant. I feel like it really fits in the pits really well. So I've really been loving this and love the more sustainable plastic-free packaging. So Native now came out with a whole holiday line where they have different holiday scented deodorants, which I was so excited to try, especially these scents. This is the candy cane scent, which is this peppermint scent. It smells so good. I love any sort of peppermint candy cane scent for the holidays. This smells so good and nice and fresh. Also this sugar cookie scent, which I was the most excited and curious about this. Smells like vanilla, but with that warm baked goods, like sugar cookie smell is really what it smells like. I just want to smell like I'm baking cookies underneath my armpits. I'm so excited about it. Like, it's the little things in life, people, the little things. A holiday scented deodorant. Sign me up for all of that. I've never heard of that before. So definitely check out Native's limited edition holiday deodorants. They have candy cane, sugar cookie, and also fresh mistletoe. 3 plastic-free deodorants are normally $39, but if you use my link down in the description box and use code LIBRA3, you can get them for just $29. It's 25% off. These smell so good. I'm so excited for a holiday deodorant. I think before I get into anything else, I'm gonna mention a couple of seasonal recipes because I know this is what I'm gonna forget because I don't have an actual product to show you, but I will have the recipes linked in the description box for you. So I have a couple of recipes that I love to make this time of year. One of them, oh my gosh, this is so good. It's a pumpkin snickerdoodle muffin. I found this recipe on Pinterest. It is gluten-free, so I'll put it in the description box if you're gluten-free. If you're not, you should be able to sub out the flour and be fine, but just in case, if you wanted to look up a recipe on Pinterest, because there were a lot of different recipes, like pumpkin snickerdoodle muffin recipes to choose from. Let me tell you, these ones are so good. They freeze really well, so I like freezing them and saving them, or even, I don't know, I kind of like to eat them frozen. Is that weird? Does anyone else out there like eating frozen baked goods? Or is that just me being a total weirdo? It could be me being a total weirdo, but I also like them straight out of the oven. Like there's no in between for me. But these are so good. And I made them, actually, we had some guests in town and I made them and they disappeared so quickly. Like they were gone in 2.5 seconds. They're so good. They're like one of my favorite things to make. Another recipe that I love to make that I actually made during Vlogoween, this white bean and kale soup. It is so good. It's like a Tuscan white bean and kale soup, but it's warm and cozy and makes you feel like curling up in front of a fire and living your best basic witch life. Like it is the ultimate soup. Another one I love making chili. I'm a huge chili person and Dallas just is not a big chili person. Doesn't really like chili. And it breaks my heart into a million pieces because I love it so much, but I found a recipe that he really loves. It's a really, really good chili recipe. I'll put the link in the description box for you. So if you're not the biggest fan, or your significant other or anyone you live with isn't the biggest fan, see if they'll like this one. And it is a vegetarian version, but you can always add whatever you want to add with it. It is so good. The flavors in it, that's what makes it. But you can't beat chili and cornbread for some good old fall and winter comfort food. Oof, it's one of my favorites. It's so good. Moving on, next is gonna be the weirdest thing in this whole video, and I'm so excited about it. All right, I found this at Joann's, of all places. And this will surprise absolutely no one. I found this pumpkin spice poopery. Which, you know, I had to get this. It's the, if you've heard of poopery before, if you haven't, I'm about to blow your mind, literally. So it's the pumpkin spice poopery spray. So, if you haven't heard of this, it's basically a spray that you spray in the toilet before you let one slide out. Essentially, or whatever explosion you have going on, whatever's happening, you spray before you go. You spray this in the toilet water. And this is a pumpkin spice scent. This is why I say it will surprise no one that I convinced myself that, you know, unicorns may fart rainbows, but, you know, you're cool. Also, this kind of thing is really good to have around all the time, but especially around the holidays if you're having family or friends or people coming over to eat a large feast, you know. Either you don't want your guests to be embarrassed and or you don't want your house smelling like a sewage plant before a good old holiday meal. You got your cousin Eddie coming in town, you need one of these. But yeah, pumpkin spice poo spray. I just spit everywhere and I have no shame because I got all excited about this. So next up, let's talk about some candles. I'm so excited this year about all the seasonal candles. There's one that I was really loving from Target this year. It was like pumpkin cinnamon roll or something like that, that I was really loving, but I already burned them and they're gone. But I have these ones, so I'm gonna mention these. This one is the pumpkin clove scent from Bath & Body Works. And oh man, I try to stock up on all my pumpkin candles. I don't know if anyone else does this. If you do, let me know in the comments. So for me, I like to buy a bunch of pumpkin spice candles or any pumpkin whatever candles. So on the off season, when it's freaking hot and it's July and I really need a pick-me-up, like I'm feeling down and really sweaty and hot, and I'm just thinking about October and fall, light a pumpkin candle and pretend it's October. And it is a whole, like, it changes the whole day. It just is that extra little boost. So I always stock up on my pumpkin spice or pumpkin whatever, fall scented candles. This is a really good one. Love the pumpkin clove. Has that extra spice and warmth to it. Also have this one, this pumpkin bonfire. Oof, I love this one. Pumpkin bonfire. Oh man, this one smells like, it smells like just a pumpkin bonfire. Like you're out at a pumpkin patch and then the sunset and now you're having a bonfire. The sweet cinnamon pumpkin, this is one of my favorites of all time. It's not too sweet. It says sweet, but it's definitely not too sweet. When I think of sweet, I think of like pumpkin pancakes or pumpkin cupcake, you know, where it has that extra vanilla sweet scent. This one is not. It has that really good pumpkin cinnamon. Lots of cinnamon in this one. A nice spicy scent. This one is so good. One of my favorites. Sweet cinnamon pumpkin. Also, this one is new. It's either new this year or I just had never found it or smelled it before this year. This is the mahogany apple. Oh my gosh, this one smells like a musky kind of cologne scent, but with apple in it. It smells so good. If you like mahogany teak wood, this one is a lot like mahogany teak wood, but it has a little bit of an apple scent to it, just enough to kind of brighten it up a little bit. But it's not the kind of apple scent. If you're thinking of like apple cider, you know, where it's really, really sweet apple and there's a lot of apple, like candy apple, it's not like that. You can barely smell the apple at all. It's just kind of in there. Oh, good. If you like mahogany teak wood, definitely check this one out. All right, next up I have... It wouldn't be a seasonal favorites video if I didn't mention Mrs. Meyer's seasonal scents, because these are my favorite scents. I feel like I've been jabbing my jaws about this product for 5,000 years. The Mrs. Meyer's all-purpose cleaner comes in all of the seasonal scents. They have, you know, of course, you know, spring, summer, all the different scents, but their fall into winter scents, like their holiday scents, are some of my favorite scents of all time. So I have a couple here. I have the apple cider. This one, okay, I feel like it used to smell different. It used to smell, why can't I open this? Is this child locked? What's going on? I have the upper body strength of a 3-year-old. To me, it used to smell like bubble gum. Every time I'd spray it, I'd smell bubble gum. So I started passing on this scent because it's like, it doesn't smell like apple cider to me. But now they added something to it, and maybe they didn't. Maybe my nose hairs have decided to have a different preference in scents, but there's something I feel like that's a little bit different. And somebody else out there confirmed that they also thought it was different and it was better. It smells way more like apple cider now. It makes my entire kitchen smell like apple cider. It smells so good. It's nice and fresh, but still has a warmth to it. I don't know, it's good. Also, I have the Mrs. Meyer's peppermint scent. This is part of their like holiday, like Christmassy kind of collection, their peppermint scent. I really love this one as well because it's a really nice peppermint vanilla kind of mixture. I have this one's from last year. I have extra, so I didn't get it this year. It's such a nice peppermint smell. It just makes your whole kitchen smell clean, that like peppermint clean. You know what I mean? It smells so good. Also, my favorite Mrs. Meyer scent of all time is their orange clove scent. Run, do not walk. Orange clove scent is like, I look forward to it every year and I stock up every single year because I cannot get enough of this scent. This orange clove scent is like fall in a bottle is what it is. And they now have this room freshener. Maybe they had this before, but I do not remember seeing the orange clove room freshener before. I did get some cleaner. It's all downstairs. Actually, I can do you want to see a seasonal cleaning supply haul? Or is that just way too boring? Because I feel like it could go either way, but I might do it anyway because you know I love geeking out about cleaning stuff because I stock up this time of year. So I tried a bunch of different stuff this year, but the orange clove scent, it smells so good. It's supposed to be more of like a holiday scent, like a Christmassy scent, but I get pure fall in this. It's the perfect spicy, like kitchen spice scent. Don't want to spray the lights, but we'll spray over here. It smells so good. It's so worth it. Oh my gosh, that smells so freaking good. It smells so good. Another food item. I was going to mention this with the recipes, but I totally forgot. Another food item I look forward to every year. I have celiac disease, which means my small intestine hates gluten, anything with gluten in it. So, I don't get to eat anything good, basically. I'm not bitter or anything, but anyways, it's the little things sometimes when you have celiac disease or if you have a food allergy. You get excited when you see something you can try that everyone else gets to have all year round. I just get all excited about it. So these are the gluten-free French fried onions from Aldi. It's from their Simply Nature line. And they're just French fried onions. You know, like the French fried onions you put on top of your green bean casserole. Yeah, most people are like, why are you freaking out about that? You can get French fried onions anytime. That's so weird. But the gluten-free ones, you can't. At least, maybe they have another brand now, you can. But the Aldi ones, which are my favorite, you can only get them around Thanksgiving time. That's it. I love these. They taste like the real thing. So if you're gluten-free, definitely check these out. Or if you're cooking for somebody gluten-free, these are amazing. So next up, I have some makeup I like to wear during the holiday and like fall into holiday season. These aren't holiday specific palettes or lipsticks or anything. I can't stop wearing these this time of year. First and foremost is the lipstick I'm wearing right now, which I mentioned when we were out holiday decor hunting. It is this Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the shade Malt, which is this brown liquid lipstick. It's perfect for fall. From Halloween season into Thanksgiving into Christmas time, it is the perfect deep brown shade. It's so good for any type of look. I gotta stock up on this year because I'm almost out. Love this shade Malt. Also, another Anastasia Beverly Hills product I cannot stop wearing this time of year is this Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. I dove back into this. When I first got this palette, I wasn't like, everyone was super crazy about this palette and I just didn't get it. I was like, I don't know. There's something about it I'm not super, like I'm not reaching for. I'm not super into it and I don't know why. I don't know what it was about it. It's a really gorgeous palette. The inside has a bunch of warm tones and some shimmers and stuff like that. So I didn't get it. But now, all of a sudden, 500 years later, I get it. I use this every single day. I even on days I'm like, maybe I want to try something different. I always reach for this because they're really easy to apply, really easy to work with. There are these gorgeous fall shades. So they have this orange and brown shade right here I use every single day. They also have some really great warm tone transition shades that are really amazing. But they also have some really pretty fuchsias and they have, a really pretty red shade. So if you're wanting to do more of like a red, like a gothic red look or a grungy red look or rusty colored look, this is the perfect palette for any type of holiday look. Can't stop wearing it right now. Another one though that I really like that's worth mentioning that I think has even more options as far as variation. This is the Rouge and Rogue Familiar Spirit palette. And once again, it has a really pretty orange, rusty colors, browns, but it also has a black shade in here. Is this where it is? Yeah. Also has a black shade in here. With this Modern Renaissance palette, you don't get a black shade. You do get one in this palette. You also get a really pretty shimmery white shade that I love putting on my inner corner. I'm wearing it today in my inner corner. Also this kind of mossy green shade. So you have a lot of different possibilities as far as fall looks into winter, even into New Year's and all that kind of stuff. Last but not least, I wanted to mention a couple of movies that I love to watch this time of year because you can't talk about seasonal stuff without talking about seasonal movies. So we were already into Halloween, which I love horror all year round. So I continue to watch horror all through the holiday season. During the fall months, I love Halloween, Trick or Treat, all those types of, Halloween specific type of movies. And I also like cutesy stuff. Hocus Pocus, Halloweentown, what else? Oh, Practical Magic I really love this time of year as well. But then as we start getting into Thanksgiving time and into the holiday Christmassy type of seasons, I love, one of my favorite movies. Dallas and I watch this every single year on Thanksgiving because it's one of our favorites and it's not scary at all. It's like a rom-com actually, is You've Got Mail. And if you haven't seen You've Got Mail, you gotta watch You've Got Mail. And some people might find that movie boring, but it's the little things in that movie. First of all, it's Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan, which are let me know in the comments your favorite rom-com. I know we're always about spooky and horror on here, but I know that even horror lovers out there may have a preference in rom-com pairings. Maybe not, but I'm gonna go there because I have no shame in my rom-com game. I would say my number one pick is Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan, followed by Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore. I can't lie, they're one of my favorite pairings. But You've Got Mail as Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan. It's such a good movie. And the whole thing, like, it's the little things in there, like the little exchanges in that movie. Anyways, there's a part in the movie where Tom Hanks is in line, where the cashier and Tom Hanks have an exchange. Tom Hanks says, "Aren't you gonna say Happy Thanksgiving back?" And then the cashier says, "Happy Thanksgiving back." Anyways, it's a whole mood and it follows them through the whole, you know, season, fall into winter and all the holidays and all that stuff. So we love watching You've Got Mail. It's one of our favorite movies. But also for scary stuff, we like Krampus. We like, what else do we watch around the scary season? We also have watched some cheesy ones like Ginger Dead Man. If you've seen Ginger Dead Man, if you haven't, you gotta watch it. It's really cheesy, but it's really funny, worth watching. Oh, and I really love, this is me once again being a basic witch, cannot be mad about it. One of my favorite ones to watch, like as far as like a feel-good holiday movie that I really love, that's not scary at all, is The Family Stone. Has anyone else seen that one? I love watching it every single year. There's something about that movie. I want to live in that house, and I don't know where they're at. And it's all snowy and beautiful, and it's like this whole house full of family. Like, I don't know. There's something about that house. I'm like, I want to live there in that house. Oh, there's another one that I like watching that reminds me of that house, but it's scary. We Are Still Here. Have you seen that one? It's not Christmas, but it's like winter time. They have this farmhouse. Oh my gosh. Oh, and of course, The Shining. Can't forget The Shining, right? Snow, mountains, getting snowed in. We cannot forget The Shining ever. Krampus. Oh, Nightmare Before Christmas. Also can't forget that. We like watching that as well. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I can't believe we're already done. Maybe I'm just used to all the long videos we've been doing lately, but here we are. We are at the end of this video. So anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up. Say, hey, ghoul, hey, down in the comments, because you know I love talking to you. Also, let me know down in the comments any of your seasonal favorites. Can be anything. Maybe it's just a seasonal tradition or food or scent or anything that you like. And once again, I'll have everything linked down in the description box for you. Anyways, I hope you're having an amazing, I can't believe I'm saying this, holiday season. We're technically into the season-ish. So after Halloween, I feel like we're thrown right into it, into the holiday shopping and all that kind of stuff. So anyways, let me know down in the comments any of your seasonal favorites and we'll geek out about all the things. Anyways, thank you so much for watching and I will see you guys next time.